Roll call, please.
Here. Here.
Here.
Here.
Here?
Here.
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 Motion to excuse Ingram and Mogg since they let us know they wouldn't be here.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approval of the agenda and any additions?
Looks good. I'll move we approve the agenda as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of the minutes from the January 19th regular meeting?
I didn't see anything. I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I have nothing new to report. There's no call to the public. Any new business is the park walkthrough. I don't know. I mentioned it to Paige whether we should schedule it now or wait. She said she'd put it on the agenda.
I can wait since we usually don't do it till
Yeah.
early May.
May, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah, 'cause-
February. See what's going on with the weather.
Yeah, yeah, to be determined.
Yeah.
continuing business, blood drive.
We exceeded our goal of 15 units. We got 16. So our next one is scheduled for March 30th, 2 to 6:30. Our goal again will be 15 units. So anybody who is available, hopefully they can sign up. And anybody who didn't meet the iron requirements at the last one can also get signed up for this one and make sure they have a few steaks beforehand. I'm not talking about anybody specific here.
That was me.
Cereal drive.
Boxes are upstairs, ready to receive any donations. And if you saw on the flyer for the Buddy Luncheon, Amanda put a little notice on there that people can donate for that too. And when I was in the office on Friday, there was already a few boxes in there. So, yeah.
Easter Bunny lunch.
Everything's going well. I ordered 20 pizzas from Jets. I don't have a count yet, but we could move that up or down depending on if we sell out or not. The groceries and that are starting to be purchased. I asked Molly if she would do the oranges and chips as in the past. Would you do the cake as we have in the
Yes.
past, please,
Sure.
Kathy? I believe that was a whole vanilla, right? And I think
Yes.
that was all from there. So I have to purchase coffee, cream, punch, canned fruit, the plastic cups that, with the lids for that, and just a few other things, and then going through the prizes, just making sure we have everything for all that we needed.
Let me know if you need some help with something.
Okay.
Please.
Sure. I'm trying to use, last year I used some of those boxes that we had up in there.
Did you see a raccoon?
So, no? Is there a raccoon in there now?
No, that was the joke. No.
Oh, from the pop?
We thought that was, yeah, that was just a joke.
No, I inventoried everything in there yesterday, but yeah, so.
So you have enough crafts if you start. doing them,
Well, I haven't
giving out?
completed that inventory because I pulled some of them from the storage unit, yeah. Yeah, it's quite a mess in there, so enter at your own risk, I guess. That was it.
And then I
Oh,
said,
wait, no, so, the last meeting, we talked about using the portable sound system at the event instead of using a DJ. So I did look up a sound system. Did some research, and I found one I felt would work, and it's at a cost of about $129, and it's got separate speakers and stands for them, and Bluetooth connection, 2 microphones. So your basic system, nothing fancy. But I understand Mark's uncovered some other possible alternatives to buying new. Mark?
Sure. So we have after we did the upgrades in here, we still have the speakers that were in here, the 2 that were on stands in the back room. So we can use those potentially, and we could just buy an amplifier that's Bluetooth to connect them or something like that. Our council president, Mike McNutt, offered to lend us he's got some Bluetooth speakers, large ones, that he thinks would be sufficient if we want to give those a try, see how that works out. And then maybe we can get a little more information that way before we are spending money on stuff and figuring out, does the amperage of those speakers work well, or do we need to up it, or depending on what Linda might have found, and seeing if that would be sufficient kind of thing.
So then we need a microphone still.
we would still need a mic to make announcements if that's what we're looking to do.
Well, yeah, yeah, we definitely will be using it for that.
I think the speakers will be different for the 5K and the dog show versus our events at Richardson Center. Because when you're outside in a bigger area, you're going to need bigger watts per channel, however they measure the sound capability. Mhm. So that's my only concern. I mean, I think it's great to do it for the Richardson Center events, but I question the 5K event. And the dog show, I don't think it's really that necessary because it's contained within that pavilion area. So unless we can, on that day, we can just borrow some additional speakers or something, I don't know.
Didn't we just use a karaoke setup for the dog show? That worked fine.
Yeah, the dog show, the dog show's fine,
all
but
inside the
for the
pavilion.
5K, you've got set up at the
Yeah.
pavilion, but you've got the warm-up,
Mhm.
down in the grass. I gotta figure we're gonna do that. We did it farther away because of the, play equipment now, the play structure.
So any kind of speakers would have to be battery or up?
Yeah,
right?
well, I always kind of refer to Wixom's 5K, the way they have it set up with their warm-up band and the
Yeah.
kids' warm-up section and things like that.
Yeah, I was
So
just wondering
They have
how
quite
the-
a system
How the
there.
system would work if you're not by power.
Well, we have power.
No, I thought you guys were further away. when you
No, but we
were.
still have power. What I'm saying is
Oh,
we
okay.
would need a bigger
Yeah.
system than what we would use inside the Richardson Center.
Do you have to be waterproof, something special too, to be outdoor speakers? In case
I
there's-
don't know anything about it. I would think so. I
Or they do
mean,
make
but we
portable
have a
systems.
pavilion there, so it's not like, we have the pavilion, so it's covered.
For the warm-up, do you just play music or do you use a mic?
We do both.
Okay.
Because we round everybody up,
Mhm.
because they're checking in, so we have music playing while they're checking in. And then when we're ready to warm up, they announce to gather for the warm up, and then they play, YMCA and all that kind of stuff. And then they announce the kids, when it's time for the kids to go line up for their bubble run, then they announce that. And then they announce when it's start to get lined up for the 5K. So there's quite a few announcements to be made for that event.
I'm just trying to think of layout, because it can't be tight, because, like you said, we have the
Mhm.
playground there now. Yeah, think about that.
Well, we had the playground there last year, didn't we?
I don't know, I wasn't, yeah, but I wasn't at the 5K. so
Oh, you weren't? Well,
I was out of the state.
well, that's right. You're at a wedding. So I don't know, I guess I have to look into it. Maybe we can, if you decide to purchase, like if we want to use the other speakers here to just try it out for the bunny lunch, right? And see how that works.
Yeah.
Are they portable? Are they-
Then maybe we take them out to Clara Miller and just kind of see what happens.
You could test them out.
Yeah, I mean,
Say
them out.
Your walkthrough or
So there's
something.
two different things you're talking about, a set of speakers here that doesn't have anything to them but a set of speakers, and then Mr. McNutt having the speakers and the receiver.
He's got a Bluetooth speaker, so they'll just connect right to the phone. The speakers will.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so what is the weight of the ones here? Are they portable? Do
We can check
they-
it out. I have a key today.
Oh,
We
okay,
can
well, I
see
thought
the
you
room.
did, that's how you found them, I thought you. don't
Oh,
know.
I
just-
found
I
them-
didn't know.
I found them when
Okay.
I was setting up for the blood drive.
Oh,
And
okay.
I was like, oh,
All
hey,
right.
but I didn't have the time to.
Oh, all right,
them.
so you just, okay.
But
All right, I
yeah,
just wondered
they're
how heavy
they're-
they were, how
they're XLR
portable
speakers,
they
so-
are, how,
Yeah,
how old they are. But,
yeah, they're not new.
yeah, I'm down
Which is
with,
partially why I
doing
like that.
whatever.
The one thing I like about them not being new is if we're going to lug them around and take them out repeatedly for things, it doesn't matter if they get dinged because they're already 100 years old kind of thing. as opposed to
Right, but
the
if
new
they're not
speaker.
quality
I know,
and.
yeah, I'm not assuming the
Why are we
sound is
doing it?
good, it's just a matter of,
Well, it was the ones you used here, right, prior to getting,
yeah, they were just sitting around.
We
So
need an amplifier and a mic to use those.
I'll have to see what we have. I know we have a mixer in there too, so we'll have to see what we can do.
Seems
Okay, then,
complicated.
It might be. I don't think it is.
No, okay.
what should we do for the bunny lunch then?
you can.
Because I'm not purchasing then, if we're going to see about borrowing and using what we have. Is that something that we can get done and do by bunny lunch, or
No.
no, so I'll make arrangements then, or
Well, you
something
said,
else.
McNutt said we could use.
We
it,
can
correct?
borrow his speakers, yeah.
Well, then it's yes.
We can
You
borrow
said
it.
But
no.
that'll
Yeah, yeah,
work
yeah.
for the-
No, no, I thought you meant.
Or we can just call
I thought
Lou.
you meant something
I
else.
just,
You can just call Lou.
well, see, Diane, that's what we were trying to go and try and update. We went through that whole discussion last week, and I thought we moved forward to getting
We were.
Bluetooth music.
Investigating it. I didn't
Right.
think that we made any decision, Matt.
Okay.
Personally, I like keeping
I-
involvement in
I
the
know.
community.
I know.
And Lou has been there for us whenever we needed it, gladly. And he would do it for nothing.
We did do an event last week for elementary school, and apparently it went really well, so.
Okay, well, so can we just take a vote, and who wants to go back to the DJ and forget the Bluetooth stuff, or do we want to take a vote to see who wants to continue? How do you handle this?
Well, I don't think you need a vote. Right now, we're in the exploratory stage.
Oh, we have to have sound.
Right, we gotta have
Event
something
coming
for
up.
the bunny
For the
lunch.
bunny
Yeah,
lunch.
just-
Oh, for the
Yeah.
bunny
That's
lunch.
right.
Oh, got
Less
it.
than a month, less than a
Got
month.
it.
So, I mean, I could find Bluetooth speaker and borrow a unit, that's not a problem. That kind of was always an option.
Mm-hmm.
Well, isn't Lou already kind of planning to come to this?
I don't know. I'm not
Oh, I
sharing that
haven't
event.
reserved him,
Oh,
no.
Broadly, I think there's a lot of use to the idea of getting a system that we could use for Tuesdays at the Park
Mm-hmm.
and other events that we have. It makes sense. Making sure it's the right system that's versatile enough that we can do that probably takes a little more digging, just because none of us are sound techs.
Right.
Um,
But I would be willing to
Right.
investigate and bring something to
Sure.
Bunny Lunch for evaluation. And then
Sure.
if it
For
doesn't
the-
work out.
Yeah,
Doesn't
for the
work out.
intermediate, if we want to investigate something and try it out at the
So
Bunny
I just
Lunch.
have- Yeah, I just
then-
have to know
Mm-hmm.
I think
before
that's
we
a good
leave
idea.
tonight.
I don't think
Try it
we-
out and still have Lou, but
I mean,
try
that-
adding that, maybe give him a break, see if we're going to break, give him a break, and we'll just try it out.
I would rather do one or the other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just, I can't go, okay, you're off, I'm on,
Oh.
you're on, I'm
Yeah,
off.
That's weird.
Oh,
It would be
yeah,
weird.
no.
No, I can't do
No,
that.
it's got to
We
be
have to
one
do
or
it
the
one or
other.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
just let me know,
Well, then why don't we just
whatever you want to do.
borrow the Bluetooth, see how that works out. The whole thing at the event, the fundamental key to the bunny luncheon is the bunny, and he's here and locked in. He's got a new costume.
Right?
So
They should
we've
be.
got
Did you bring
that
it to
covered.
display it?
don't you have enough?
Oh, bring it here? No.
Not a
It fits.
lot. I mean,
You need a mic, I guess is my question.
it's
Yeah.
not critical. It helps, but it's not critical. I guess that's how we have to look at that.
What, doesn't the one we're borrowing have mics, didn't you say?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yes, yeah, the one I'll get to borrow, if that's what you want to do, we'll have mics.
because I think you need mics, because not everybody's going to listen to you. when you-
Yeah, I know, to try and get them together in a group. Okay.
Especially for the little kids, you definitely need a loud voice to get their attention. That's the only way to get their attention.
It'll be, I mean, they're excited.
So you want to give it, so you have something you can borrow. It's got mics, got speakers.
Yeah.
Give that a try, see how we do with that. And then it'll also give us a good idea of, is it strong enough, loud enough, so forth. And we can build off of that.
Okay.
Does that work for everybody?
How do you guys
Yeah.
feel?
Yeah, because whether we want to or not, we're going to have to test something. And I would rather it be something like indoors and with a very limited audience versus something like 5K or cornrows where there's a ton of people. So if there's like criticism, it's like, 40 or 50 people at the worst versus hundreds of people getting mad over it. So I think whether we want to or not, we're going to have to test a system at some event. And I think Buddy Luncheon's really, really safe to test it out at.
You always take it outside at the bunny lunch too and test.
Yeah, well, that's true, because you
Just
can
to
tell them
see.
to get their butts back.
Depending on the weather.
Don't worry, I didn't say go yet.
Now, the corn roast, don't you just use the band's equipment?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
assuming they're there. Assuming they're there for the whole event.
Yeah, but I use the DJ, I'm the karaoke one that I have for the cornhole tournament,
Mhm.
to call people to their lanes and stuff like that.
Yeah, because that's not a big area.
I was more
And it's
shooting
away
from the hip.
the pavilion and everything too, so.
I was more shooting from the hip with that, just trying to explain what I was thinking. So I didn't mean like the corn roast as such, but just trying to
Yeah.
conceptualize it and put it in context.
What do we do about Lou? Do we uninvite him?
I don't think they invited him.
So,
We didn't,
I didn't contact him.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
I didn't contact him, so
No.
you and I would have been the ones to do that, right? Yeah. Okay,
So
that
we'll
was
give it a
it.
shot.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything else? Anything else?
Oh, no, that was it for Bunny Lunch, yeah.
I do, do you have the bunny suit? Did it come in?
Yes.
I told you you had to decide
It came in, it fits. I'm gonna get in touch, well, I already did, but Amanda and I are going to meet up to make some adjustments. There's some weird like sewing in some areas, like the collar is like this part is not sewn in, so you can kind of just fold it all the way out, if that makes sense. It's not sewn into itself, so that part has to get sewn. Other than that, that's really it. I would like some more Velcro on the back, 'cause it's this really weak, terrible Velcro, and the last thing I need is like to molt. I don't need that. The kids don't need that. That would just be
Bunny
bad
has
and
the
terrible.
Valentine underwear.
Yeah, exactly. No. But yes, it fits and it looks great.
Well, I got the backdrop in. So I don't think it's as nice fabric-wise as the one we had for Christmas. So I'm going to see if I can order another one. If I can get another one in time with a different fabric, I will do that. If not, we'll just use it. We'll have to get bring a steam iron or something to, flatten it out, get the wrinkles out. But it's beautiful. So.
And then you'll let us know Friday night whether or not we can get in? The setup.
Oh, you'll let them,
Yeah, we weren't going to get in Friday night, we were just going to do Saturday at 10, right? 2 hours is what we decided. 10 a.m., so I'll be at the storage 9:30, 9:40 to load up stuff, if anyone's available.
9:30?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay.
I'm going to bring a dolly and that kind of stuff, so.
I think there's a dolly in there, isn't there? No? We should have a dolly, shouldn't we?
I don't know.
Surprised we don't
Does the
have a
village have a
dolly.
dolly?
Yeah.
No, I've never seen one.
That's it.
Spring garage sale, Mark?
Yeah, there's nothing to report.
And that just gets advertised on the Facebook.
Advertised on Facebook, on Craigslist, on other social media.
Okay. 5K, Diane?
I'm still getting my prices together. I'm waiting to hear back from the price of the T-shirts for this year. And I also need to talk to Rob because we're probably going to be doing the joint safety fair with them again this year. So I've come up with some games for the kids to play for that. They would go right from the bubble run to see Rob. And I did get confirmation that the Coast Guard will be there. So we have a few people that will be setting up a table there. So they'll be explaining how to use, we haven't kind of figured it out yet, but how to put on their PFDs and some rules when you're on the water and things like that they'll share. So that's about all I got for that for right now.
And have you figured out about how to do the shirt so that people have to?
Well,
who talked to.
the Kevin, the guy who does the chip timer, and he's the one who handles all the reservations online, so he's gonna do these QR codes, like for checking in. All they'll have to do is scan the QR codes, and they'll go to their phone and they'll sign in that way rather than taking up all the line.
Unit
For
check-in.
the kids, for check-in. And then for the shirt size, he's gonna change like where it is on the page for the shirt size and try that. See if, it's on there and it's been on there, but I think people don't scroll down far enough to see where they have to check in for the shirt size. I know, it's a mess. He said it happens all the time, but there must be a better way to figure that out. We didn't have any, I don't think any shirts left over last year.
We had a lot
We
that,
got into the year before shirts.
yeah, but we had a lot of people saying.
A lot of the women, a lot of larges and not enough mediums or small for the women.
Yeah.
Because they didn't sign up
Yeah.
for the shirt
Yeah.
sizes.
Well, the
so.
thing is, the smalls are like a kid's large. They're small. So probably we should just, if I have to order extras, I'll just do half large and half mediums, if I have to do that.
Okay.
You could ask him to make it a mandatory field on the web form.
Well, that's up to the chip timer on the run sign up.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
That's what he was saying.
yeah, that's got a field on it. He's just got to move it up.
But he could
But
also
he could,
make
yeah.
it a mandatory field, meaning you can't check out.
Oh, yeah.
Can't finish
until-
registering.
Yeah, I should ask him if he can do that.
Show up red, it'll
Yeah,
highlight.
because that way that would eliminate, and it takes up time when you're at line and people are, trying to like get a shirt
We're
and.
we're already trying to get walk-ins and that haven't pre-signed.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll ask him about that. That's a good idea. Okay, that's it for me.
Tuesdays in the park?
I went and saw Tabitha last Friday to talk about, they still have not come in. She doesn't have any, they have not approved the date yet, so we don't have anything for that. But one thing my husband and I were talking about, maybe something we could add, is maybe do like a coloring contest for the kids.
Oh.
Kind of like how wherever you get those sheets for like the bunny lunch or Santa's, and maybe have different age groups and just buy a little like, some like the toys that we've bought for the bunny lunch, the, like bubbles or something, and do different age groups. Just maybe something and have a certain time. Those between 6 and 6:30 that arrive, or 6:30 and 7, and want to have a coloring contest. Maybe get more kids. Just an idea, something to add. That's just it. But other than that, the dates have not been approved, so.
Quick question, is the 16th on Thursday on purpose, or is that a typo? Is it the 14th? 6th is the Thursday.
June?
The June, oh no, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I looked at,
June 16th is a
oh,
Tuesday.
it is a Tuesday, I'm sorry. I
That's
looked at
okay.
July. I apologize.
No, hey, we've had problems before, so no, thank you, don't mind. No, they're all Tuesdays, but thanks. So we're just waiting to hear. She said she'll let me know as soon as possible. We have them. That's it.
Do you know anything about the dog show, Linda?
No, nothing's being done yet.
Summer,
There's even less to report on that than there was on the spring. So,
fishing contest.
There are fish in the lake, and they will still be there in August.
They haven't been caught.
They have not been caught yet, no, so I think we'll be okay.
Is the big one still in there?
The big ones are still in there. I talked with them this morning. That's all I got.
Are you the fish whisperer?
Something like that, yeah.
Corn roast. Did you guys set up, I can't remember if we had anything set up? Oh, okay.
No,
We don't need to.
Okay.
no.
Not yet.
Farmer's market, anything new on that?
I've had more vendors reach out. Apple, I'll be out soon. Working on getting some food trucks, hopefully
That'd be
lined
great.
up. Yeah, that would be, I think that would really add something. And the start date will actually be May 19th. Will be the first day. I had a vendor asking me if we could start in May because they'll have plants. And I was like, sure, we can start 2 weeks early,
And what was it? Is the time, what's the time?
4 to 8. And then it will be the second week of October will be the last official week. So what we're targeting. And then, since I need to get some new signage and a few other things, I'd like to make a motion to release $300 from miscellaneous funds.
I make a motion to release $300 for miscellaneous funds for the farmer's market.
Second.
Linda?
Whoever. It's going to make a difference. Yes, please.
Approved? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Thanks. Yeah. And then I'm going to work on social media too, so.
Holiday decorating contest, there's nothing that I'm aware of, right?
No, I don't have
We're
anything either.
So far away.
It's snacks with Santa and letters with Santa, we can let
Nada,
guess.
yeah.
Are we have Richardson reserved for that date?
Yes.
All right.
Well, I'll ask Tabitha, I don't know if we reserved the money for the following year or not, because just the way they seem to fill up, I'll ask her. There's no new or additional events, correct? That we need?
Not that I have.
Veterans Memorial Subcommittee?
Nothing really to report. I mean, don't have to shovel it anymore, at least seems like it, so that's
For now.
nice. Yeah, fingers crossed.
Clara Miller Park signs?
She's still working on them, so
Okay.
we'll know when we get closer.
Community Guard?
Did she give you a time frame on those?
Well, we were shooting for like November, but that didn't work out, so
Oh.
we'll do.
But I mean, did she
time for
give
spring.
you an idea, or no, not really?
Probably another month or so.
Oh.
Yeah, we can't stick a post into the ground anyway yet.
Yeah,
so-
well, I don't know, maybe.
Gross. It is gross outside right now. It's all mud.
So I love
I
it.
walked through it today.
Cross country
Melting,
skiing in
yes.
it today.
Yeah,
at a
I was
big
walking,
lakeshore.
it was nasty.
Oh,
It was slushy, but I went.
still ice fishermen out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Community Garden?
nothing to report.
Liaison reports, planning?
Yeah, we did have a January planning meeting. Main focus of the meeting, we have an applicant come forward with a proposal at 1655 Glengarry. It's down by the Fraternal Order of Eagles, a building that's been vacant for well over a decade. That they want to put a daycare center in there. So they need site plan approval and a special land use approval. There's a little more information they needed to provide, and then the main thing they're gonna need to do is some screening on the one side where there's some residential, because they're gonna have a play area outside. They're not gonna put in a playground, but just an area where the kids can go out and run around. But we're highly in favor of it, and, yeah, glad to have something in there after all these years. So we're gonna have a public hearing at our next planning meeting on February 26th. Don't expect anybody to show up, but you never know, one of the neighbors may. Yeah, I think there's a good need for more daycare facilities in the area, and certainly glad to have something in there rather than a vacant building. So we're fully supportive, and that's moving forward. And then we got a new planning commissioner, Cody, to replace Jim Clark, who moved out of the village. And
Cody.
we had an opening on the planning. Cody's been chomping to be on planning for years, and finally he's got his opportunity now to join the funds.
Congratulations.
And that's it for planning.
So for the daycare center, is it like a company or a group that has other daycare facilities? Do you
No,
know?
it's just a
Just,
kind of a family-run center.
Oh.
And then they've got an offer to purchase the building, but it's contingent on them getting their site plan approval and the special land use granted and all of that, which shouldn't be an issue. And then they need to do a little bit of work, partitioning off some classrooms on the inside and some landscaping mostly. So not a lot they need to do to get it up and running.
I was just curious if they had other facilities in the area.
No, it's going to be kind of a
start.
family business, but, and primarily geared for young kids. They'll have 4 different rooms for 4 different age groups and everything. And, yeah,
Yeah, that it has been sitting there for a long
yeah, for a
time.
long time.
I remember when it used to be a bar.
There's several different bars back in the day.
Back in the day, it used to be, I remember that.
Council liaison?
We appointed officially Cody to Planning Commission. We had our audit presentation, and it was an unmodified opinion, which is the highest score you can receive. Big notes from that would be that our taxable value went up 6.9%, which is outpacing other communities. That's primarily due to houses being sold and Headley being reset on them. State shared revenue is going to be static again, unfortunately, or actually down a little bit. So that's a little frustrating, but we will get more for road funding, apparently, we think, based on the new legislation. It's still a little up in the air, but we are looking at potentially another 180 grand or so for road funding. We made a lot of improvements in the village. That's where we had a lot of expenditures this past year, you gotta realize the past year I'm referring to was the end of the end of June 2025. So that included some roads, the locker room upgrade, a DPW truck, the park upgrades, amongst some other things. And then our funding for our pensions is pretty good, but she did recommend that we continue to add an extra 100 grand that we've been doing for the last 10 years to them to make sure that they are fully up to snuff and in good shape. And that the main one will be over 80% funded. We had a presentation from the Brett Kittequit of Priority Waste. Nobody from the village showed up to complain, unfortunately. The big thing was their CEO and one of their founders was terminated the previous Saturday. So, which was kind of weird and unusual. So something happened. I don't know what. But he explained that this change will create financial stability and they'll be able to bring in new trucks, mechanics, amongst other things. They've added 2 trucks from their Wayne County yard, to the ones they have for us. So we should have more vehicles going through. In January and February, they had 46 calls of missed pickups. They had a change of their logistic driver coordinator. They have a new GM that was replaced from the bulk leaf pickup era, so that whole fiasco. So we'll see how things go with this the new leadership. They got some new investing, apparently, some increased capital support, so we'll see how things go. We also received a presentation from Fire Chief Dundas from Commerce Fire Department. It is a 40-person crew, including the chief, 3 administrators, and 36 firefighters, and then 10 on call. By the end of 2026 or so, 34 of the 36 firefighters will be paramedic trained, so that is pretty cool to have. This was the first full year that we had our own EMTs, our own ambulance in 3 of the 4 stations. So they are continuing to upgrade that. They got a grant or an award that is going to allow them to build behind, I think, one of the fire stations, a training tower and some other things. It's really cool. And when he started 9 years ago, if you had a response to your home, you were getting 1 firefighter. And now you're getting a whole crew. So he has done some tremendous work. And the SAD that was applied, or the millage, has really made a big difference in helping them to give the community the department that we need and deserve. What else did we talk about? Oh, the Penny Lake Pump House was discussed. We are having to do a lot of work on the Penny Lake well. They had to pull it out of the ground, and it is just a bit of a mess. So they're going to do a rebuild and everything, and replace the drop pipes and stuff, because they look like an artery, but not a healthy artery. They were just caked with iron. So that'll all be done and hopefully improve not only the operation of the units and the rate of pumping, but also the quality of the water. Approved our renewal for our insurance, for health insurance. Approved goose nest egg destruction for the next 5 years as an option, or submitted the application, I should say. And we then got to Citizen of the Year. So we had 4 great candidates. Denny and Jane Kaplinger who do a lot of work with Hospitality House, their weekend food program, delivering to schools and things like that. Deb Stewart, who's on Onwards and Upwards, and of course organizes the Lake Rally every year. Julia Miller, who is familiar to all of us here since she used to be on the board and was the chair and is now in charge of the beautification committee. And then Bonnie Beach, who is on Veterans, in her past was one of the original members of the Planning Commission and has done a bunch of other stuff, and of course helps us out at Tuesdays in the Park and at the Corn Roast and so forth. And the winner was Bonnie Beach. So
Oh, great.
Bonnie is the 2025 Citizen of the Year. We approved tiki candle purchases for the new year. They will be $7 a candle. Prices went up a ton. But it is the 250th anniversary of the country, so we'll see we really want to see how much we can light up the lake. And then we had a discussion on bulk leaf pickup after the horror show that was this past November. And so we're going to be looking at various options. We found out that Priority does have a vacuum. They use it at Sylvan Lake. It didn't work out perfectly this year for Sylvan Lake, we found out, thanks to some research by Dave Gillum. But we'll see.
They would use that in addition to the claw, right?
So they use just the vacuum, Sylvan Lake.
Oh.
We're the only customer that Priority has that uses the claw. But we are not the only entity in Michigan that uses the claw. Plymouth uses it, I think it's Plymouth, uses it as well, but they have their own truck. So that's not a realistic thing for us. So we're going to look at all the options.
Claw is ours, right?
Yes, it just sits in the DPW lot usually. And that's been around for almost 30 years now, ever since they banned burning. So we're going to look at options, whether that's sticking with Priority, going to the vacuum with Priority, because that seems to be like that would be cleaner at least.
Yeah. Can it handle the volume of leaves?
Right, that's always the concern. Plus, if you get crap in there, rocks, sticks, plants, they can't suction, so they can get clogged up. Going private, hiring it out to somebody else as an option. There's all kinds of things that'll be reviewed. But we're getting a little bit of a start on that now, just see if we can kind of get ahead of it. And then we had a motion and passed a motion to have our village attorney define outlots and all those kinds of things, the parks, the private parks in the village, and what rights there are and that pertain to each of them. So, yeah, it was a full meeting, and we went into closed session. So I think that was everything.
Community Outreach Committee? Oh, I just, like, who's that?
Oh, well, we have a name we want to write in stone now. We're the Community Engagement Initiative. I think that I said that last week, but I'll make sure that's how we refer to us now.
I like that.
What I've been working on, I have 4 areas that I'm focusing on within the resident welcome packet that I've discussed, so that's my area of focus. So one of the items I'm working on is a refrigerator magnet that they can put on and use for emergency numbers, non-emergency numbers, the village information, address, telephone number, and our social media links. So something's very handy for someone to take right out of the packet, resident, new or old, could use it. The Parks and Rec's calendar of events, which we want to be able to include and update that at least semi-annually, that's twice a year. With all the new events, we get these dates way ahead of time, and we may not always have the time or the location or all the information, but at least we know that we could ask them to save dates. So we're trying to make that as comprehensive as we can and include a lot of things. And then the new resident welcome letter, which is pretty much drafted and just ready for Dave to look at and to be signed by our council president. And then between now and the next meeting, there's one thing else I want to update in there, and that's the trash recycling. All of the stuff was from GFL, so we need to get some stuff with Priority and get their information in there and be sure included about
You did ask
yard
for
waste rules and things like that. So that's pretty important stuff in there. And then we can continue to include other things that they've included from the past and just do that. So that's it. Anybody have any questions? Yes, I hope to have, I'm not sure what Amanda's been working on. I know she's been doing the flyers and the social media and that kind of stuff. If you guys been seeing that on Facebook and sharing, which is what she always asks us to do, and like and comment and things like that. So I'm seeing it quite frequently for the bunny lunch on my homepage. So I hope it's working. But hopefully I'll have some of these actually be able to pass around a packet for you guys to look at the stuff that's new.
So on the calendar, is that a calendar, you mean from upstairs, the one they send out, or what?
No, there's a calendar that has all of the committee meetings and our board meetings and things like that
You're
on
talking about
planning
the
commission.
website.
Yeah, well,
Oh, okay.
on our website, there is a calendar.
Okay, that's the calendar you're referring to?
No, that's not the calendar I'm
Oh.
referring to. I'm referring to just a Parks and Rec calendar. So that has an event calendar for the whole year and shows when
To add it
things
onto
begin.
the website, you
In
mean?
To actually have a printout of it and
Oh,
include it in the
printed,
packet.
so printed, got it.
And if once we get the packet finalized, we hope to make a digital version of it, so
Okay.
people can come in
Got
and
it.
get it digital and just print off the things that they want to see, that kind of stuff. But for right now, it's going to be an actual printed package that we'll be able to give out through the village or through any of us that request it for new neighbors and things like that.
I think it's still a nice idea, like we know what month the dog show is, we know when like the Easter Bunny show is every month, like what we have going. I think it's a great idea.
Mhm. Yeah, and I mean, there's the same events. We add events more than we take out events. So it's, we can always update it and things like that. But we want it to be colorful and, nice to look at and inviting for people to hang it and reference it and things like that for the whole year. That's the goal. Anyway. That's it.
I have not received anything from Commerce.
I got stuff.
Oh,
Oh.
Emily hooked me up.
okay.
So their Easter events on March, this is all their events.
Okay.
Easter events, March 21st. Their M5K is May 16th. Their block party is June 13th. Their summer concerts, all at the Richardson Center, are July 10th, 17th, 24th, and 31st. Silo Fest at Silo Ranch is September 12th. I wasn't happy with that date.
What's that?
Yeah, I know. I was like, come on. I've got a note from her. I'll
Okay.
tell you. Their trailer or treat at Dodge Park is October 23rd. Halloween at Mickey's Dog Park, Victory Park is October 24th. Their tree lighting is December 5th. And they got pickleball tournaments on June 6th, August 1st, and October 3rd. So. And I said to her to send me flyers for anything, and I'll share it on the village page and stuff.
Can you, do you have that on a PDF you can send?
Mm-hmm. I can do that.
Any comments from board members?
Yeah, because I forgot to say some things. We had a discussion, you guys may have seen on Facebook, people talking about the SADs for their sewers, and, the price went up and all this stuff. So Jennifer went through and explained why the price went up. That board right there has all the details of how times have changed over the last 5 years. And you'll see that it's gone up basically $5,000 because of things beyond our control. Inflation's a bear. But the other thing to remember is whatever SAD you sign up for, it's an estimate of what it's going to cost to hook up. It's not a lock. It doesn't lock in the price. It's just, this is a loan at this estimated price. Each house is going to be different because the amount of linear feet of line and things like that is going to vary. So all these things are going to affect pricing. And so if you get on the SAD, it's best to get your sewer put in right away because that'll get you the closest thing to the actual price. If you were on an early SAD from, say, 2012 or 2015, your number is significantly lower. You're not at 16,778 for the SAD. You're at a lower number. So just keep that in mind going forward. And then also, we have our work session scheduled for the 25th. It's village goals. So if there's any goals that you guys think that council might want to discuss, let me know.
Can we rewind it back to
Sure.
the SAD?
Yeah.
Because the other thing that I heard or read from those comments were that we were locked into having to use
No.
certain contractors.
You are locked into having contractors that are approved by Oakland County, because Oakland County will only does not want any random contractor tying into their municipal line. So it's not, we have a contractor, C&E, that we've agreed with, the village, and that's who we suggest because they've come in as the lowest bidder. But if you have a contractor that you've got that is approved by Oakland County, you can use them. The Glengarry Inn, for example, was able to do that and got a much better price. But in most cases, when people have sought out an outside contractor that was approved, their price, their quote was higher. So, but yeah,
Okay, so that's,
it's not a village
Okay.
requirement, it is a county requirement because they don't want random people tying
that
in.
makes sense.
Yeah, come up with any ideas you think that the village should work on or anything like that, just let me know. You can email me. That's it.
Okay.
Any other comments?
I'm good.
Motion, we adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Would you-